Captain Marshall floated alone in the vastness of space. The hum of his spacecraft read horizon, the only sound in the silence of the Martian orbit. It had been a solo mission from the start, no backup, no second crew, just him. The mission was simple. Explore the Martian surface for signs of past water flow and mineral deposits, then return. But nothing in space ever goes as planned. While adjusting the ship's trajectory to enter Mars's atmosphere, alarms blared across the control panel. His sensors had picked up a fast-moving object, and before he could react, the craft was violently jolted. Marshall was thrown against his seat as the ship spun out of control. "Impact imminent," the AI system shrieked. The ship slammed into something massive. Dazed, Marshall regained his bearings, scanning the cameras. What he saw took his breath away. A colossal asteroid about 1 kilometer wide loomed before him, and his ship was wedged into its jagged surface. Marshall suited up, exiting the craft to inspect the damage. His ship had collided with the asteroid at just the wrong angle, trapping it firmly in place. The asteroid's surface shimmered oddly, catching the sunlight. He took a closer look and his heart skipped a beat. Diamonds! The asteroid was riddled with diamonds. Unbelievable, he muttered to himself. His readings confirmed it. 60% of the asteroid was composed of diamond deposits. Marshall knew that if he could return this asteroid, or at least a fragment of it, back to Earth, it would be a discovery of unimaginable value. But first he had to survive. For hours he worked tirelessly to fix the damage to his ship, but the asteroid's gravitational pull and sheer mass kept him trapped. He was stuck. Worse, the ship's life support systems were beginning to fail, and communication with Earth had been cut off by the impact. With time running out, Marshall had an audacious idea. If he could attach his thrusters to the asteroid, perhaps he could drag it toward Mars, using the planet's gravity to slingshot himself free. It was risky, but it was his only shot. Marshall got to work, rigging up the ship's propulsion systems to the asteroid. It took days, and his oxygen supply was dangerously low. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, he activated the thrusters. The asteroid trembled, slowly beginning to shift its trajectory toward Mars. As it approached the Martian atmosphere, the heat from re-entry began to break the asteroid apart. Giant chunks of diamond shattered off, burning up in fiery trails as they hurtled down to the Martian surface. Marshall's ship shook violently as the asteroid began to disintegrate. It was now or never. Marshall scrambled to the escape pod, his fingers trembling as he activated the launch sequence. The pod ejected from the ship just as the asteroid entered the planet's gravitational pull, tugging the remaining fragments of his ship down with it. He watched in awe as the asteroid, now reduced to a glittering fiery rain of diamonds, streaked across the Martian sky. It was beautiful in a haunting, apocalyptic sort of way. Marshall's pod drifted into orbit, free from the asteroid's pull. Exhausted, he lay back in his seat, watching the last of the diamonds burn up in the atmosphere below. He had escaped, barely. With a deep breath, he opened communications. Mission Control. This is Captain Marshall. You're not going to believe what just happened.